Current stopgap measures and mitigation efforts by the embattled water utility concessionaire and the government's chief regulating agency for water services pale to the gravity of the water shortage crisis that hit the eastern zone of the NCR and a few Rizal provincial towns. PTV senior correspondent Marita Moaje on a furious panel of House representatives probing the current water shortage mess and seeking a change of the guard in the leadership and management of Manila Water and MWSS in this report.
The Metropolitan Waterworks and Sewerage System failed to perform its mandate as a regulatory office. Manila Water also violated their concessionaire's agreement and that officials of these offices should be held accountable, says Solons during the House Committee on Public Accounts hearing. MWSS Chief Regulator Attorney Patrick T. says that they regularly monitor their water concessionaires and do a 5-year rate rebasing. But Congresswoman Rosana Vergara is not convinced.
The MWSS Regulatory Office, I feel that you have failed in your regulatory function. If you do that, then why are we here? Yes. I mean, if you monitor, and you would have seen this looming crisis and you could have prevented it, I don't think you're doing your job.
Maynilad and Manila Water pay 400 million pesos each annually to MWSS in concessionaires fees. But Manila Water President and CEO Ferdinand de la Cruz says this has increased due to inflation.
I just wanted to close the loop on the concession fees because of the inflation adjustment. The concessionaire fees or the con fees that each of the concessionaires pay MWSS is now at 522 million each.
1 billion plus. I think public deserves better services with that kind of revenue.
Part of the salaries of MWSS personnel comes from these concessionaires fees.
Ang sinasabi ng MWSS, yung binabayad ninyo na 400 million nung nakaraang taon, how many personnel do you have, MWSS?
Less than 150, sir, right now.
150. Yung 400 million, yung salary ninyo doon ang gagaling.
Part, sir, part, yes.
Manila Water, meanwhile, increased its net earnings to 6.5 billion pesos last year from 6.1 billion in revenues in 2017. On MWSS, Congressman Alfredo Garbin says that with more than 1 billion revenue only from the concessionaires fees, they should have developed more water sources. And this could have avoided the water shortage being experienced now. To recall, De La Cruz earlier stated that the lack of new water sources is one of the reasons why they are having a water supply deficit. And because of this clear admission of omission of duty by Manila Water and the failure of the MWSS to perform its regulatory function, their apologies are accepted but do not suffice to keep them in office any longer. Marita Moaje for The Nation.